But you can take this stuff, you can use sus chords, you can use the 1/7 progression, you can use the 1/6/7 progression. You like if you use the 1/7 progression, you use the 1/6/7 progression, you're gonna wind up with Drake vibes. Look at the chord packs on CMP kits, right? And then see what chords other people are using in hit songs, and then say, okay, I get it now. I don't have to take this chord pack and just play the chords with it and put a pad with this exact sound. What this chord pack is telling me is this is the roadmap to a song. What's up, everybody? Thank you for your subscription to producercourses.com. Today we're going to be looking at Neck and Wrist Don't Lie, Pusha T, Pharrell, and Jay-Z. This beat is almost a comically simple beat once you figure out what it is. And it's almost like Pharrell was just like, hey, somebody give me the sounds that all the kids are using. And then he sat down and was just like, music is so simple, it's so easy. Let me just make the simplest thing and I'll show you how we can make something great. This song, it doesn't have a chord progression, but it revolves around the 1-4-5 chord progression. And when I looked at the music and I analyzed this, what I saw was I seen, a master musician take one of the most well-known chord progressions ever and apply it to a rap song, and it's just like a clinic. So that's what I want to show you guys today. So let's look at how to go about it. First is we're going to start with the groove, right? I know that's how Pharrell and them do a lot of their stuff. So if we start simply with the drums, today I'm using the Oz kit off of Splice, Oz's newest kit, and I just got like a rim shot sound for the snare. And the snare pattern that they do, it's just like your typical dodgy snare pattern, right? So you do that one there. Jeez. All right, got here, boom, boom, boom. I think it's like this. So we're at 152 beats per minute, right? Then they have this hi-hat pattern going, and it's a really simple hi-hat pattern, but it gives the beat a lot of space, right? So they'll go like this. All right, and then for this section, they do like a 32T, so be like this. And the hi-hats that they actually chose for this song, like Pharrell picks the worst. I don't know if it's the worst, it's just not hi-hats that I would pick for trap. Like he picks like 90s hi-hats for trap, like 90s digital hi-hats. What I mean is they have like a longer release, like if you listen to Stir Fry or if you listen to this song. So when they do the rolls get louder. I don't know. I'm not a big fan. I use the shorter release ones. So they don't use a kick. They use one of the the 808 sounds like it sounds like a version of the Zay 808, but it's longer. The closest I could find was this guy here. I mean, it's just a clean 808 with a little bit of distortion, and we're going with there's some swing on this as well, but the way the pattern rings out looks like this. Ba-boom boom, right? And the thing that gives you that ba-boom boom is they're dropping an 808 on the on the actual snare, right? And that's what gives this beat its unique feel. And that's kind of like a cheat code for if you're making like 808 based music and you want to kind of move away, or like if you're ever making 808 based music and you're like, yo, I'm really bored by the bass line. The thing that made like drill come and punch everybody in the mouth and be like, wow, this is this new form of trap, you know, we put new life in trap. Like drill is going to give trap like another 5 to 7 years of life. Like, so if you want to give like your creativity, you know, a new breath of life, is you take your patterns and you just shift one thing, right? So if we were making this pattern here, just a regular trap pattern, the way that we would do it typically, like if we were just doing a regular song, is you'd have this guy here, but boom, and then you drop this one here, right? So you do something like this. And I was having trouble because I was on the couch watching basketball yesterday, and I was trying to figure out what I was going to do today, and I was tapping out this beat on the MPC, like I was replaying it. I was like, where are they putting that 808? I had to stop and count the beat, you know, because we get into these habits where we're used to hearing these rhythms. But if you take it, you know, and drop it back here, you know, you switch up your rhythm, and now you run into this. So we could duplicate this out. This is going to be our one pattern. And what's going to be different on the turnaround is we're going to take these notes here. We're going to drop them down 2 semitones to give us a nice little you know, a nice little walk down, and then we're just going to take that guy and get rid of him. So this is the drum pattern for the main part of the song. And that sounds amazing. It sounds awesome, right? Remember when I told you in the beginning that you know, there's no chords in this song, but it's using a chord progression, and we identify them by their root notes and their extensions, right? So when I said this was simple, there's no extensions. We're going to use the root note. The most simplest go-to, hey, this is a music song chord progression, is 1-4-5. So for the second part, because, you know, he's a pro musician and he's not just going to have this same loop going over and over again. If you go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that takes you to your 4th, right? If you go up 7, which is 1, 2 more, that takes you to your 5th. If we put on, we're in E minor, show you guys this, E natural minor, zoom in a little bit, first note in the scale, second note in the scale, third note in the scale, fourth note in the scale, up to the 5th note in the scale. So now we get this movement with the song. And that's going to sound great no matter what pattern you use, what 808 you use, what drums you use. It's always going to sound awesome. I think you guys should practice this. Now let's go ahead and do our own version of it so I can show you how to implement this in your own productions, right? So I'm